YouTube. Snuck out, got a last minute pass off my beautiful wife in a cabin at Church Farm Ardley, and haven't set up in the dark, you know, pitch black in a long time. There's a real skill to it, you know, knowing where all your stuff is, your routine. I literally sort of got my homemade firelighters out, used my fire steel to spark the fire up. I think I got enough firewood to see me sort of well into the early hours, and by then hopefully I'll be in my sleeping bag and peachy. Evening meal is going to be really simple. It's going to be a couple of sausages in bread rolls, and that's it. Got a flask of tea, so that's pretty much me fixed in the cabin for the night. First thing in the morning we'll have a walk round. I'm sure there'll be a lovely crisp frost, and of course we'll be cooking a bit of breakfast. I've got a few things that I want to try and get filmed while I'm away, so I hope it's all of interest. So until the morning, sleep tight, and see you soon. Got the frying pan out. This is just the box, the cooking box out of the truck. Frying pan, drop of vegetable oil, couple of sausages, couple of bread rolls. Get those on the wood burner. That's dinner this evening. Wow, morning world. Another cheeky couple of days away. There's a real skill to moving in the middle of the night, you know, so you've got to know where your kit is, you've got to know how to sort of lay your hands on the absolute bare essentials. I took my bug out bag out of the truck into the cabin, got my sleeping bag out, had a blanket in the back of the truck, so I just laid that down on the bed in there so I didn't get my muddy boots or anything on the bed, and you know, one blanket underneath you is worth two on top. So dragged my sleeping bag over the top of me, lit the wood burner, which kind of ran out of fuel at 1:45, but by then, you know, the place was all warmed up, and I was absolutely toasty. So that wasn't the end of the world. I had a cup of coffee because I brought a flask, and that was really my nighttime routine. So sort of turn up, get the bare essentials out, get yourself bedded down, warm the place up, and go to sleep. So here we are about 7:45 on Saturday morning. Just got the kettle on, and first order of the day is to kind of get out and check the perimeter, you know, as always. So a little bit of a walk round, see if anybody else is here. This is me just having a little nose around. Going to show you some beautiful pictures of the Hertfordshire countryside, and hopefully when we get back the kettle's boiled and we're having our first cup of tea. So morning everybody. Come. Not the quietest neighbours you could have. So this is where Roach has woken up. I filmed this panorama before, different times of the year, but it's always great to sort of go back and compare it, you know, see what nature's been doing, how far everything dies back in the winter, how beautiful and how much growth there is in the spring and the summer. But what a beautiful place to wake up. Back from checking the perimeter, having a little walk round. First cup of tea on the go. Lovely. Don't want to get these two bad boys mixed up. This is my flask of coffee from last night. Just going to rinse it out and top it up with some hot water for the day. The other one is my pee bottle. A lesson learnt from when I used to use the rooftop tent. Nothing worse than having to sort of get up in the middle of the night and go outside to do your business. So both of these have to get cleaned out as part of my kind of daylight camp routine. That little trick just gives me a cup of tea whenever I want it from now on, without having to boil the kettle. Last little drop of boiling water is going to clean out the pee bottle with a little bit of bleach. Always carry a little bit of weak bleach. I put it in my washing up in the field. It just ensures that, you know, your utensils, your plates, saucepans, all that sort of stuff is clean. Drop of bleach, drop of boiling water. Pee bottle's nice and clean. Throw it back in the kit. Forget about it. One side for cooking, one side for cleaning. Have a drop of bleach, just a dash of washing up liquid. That just ensures that everything you're using in the field is clean. You're not putting, you're not using sort of dirty utensils and then transferring those germs, infections to your mouth when you eat. That's what I normally do. Everything gets washed up in a drop of bleach, drop of washing up liquid. Bit of resupply this time. Ran out of these last time, so got a couple out of the house, throw them in the kit, just forget about them. So this is the flask of boiling water, and that's ready there for whenever I fancy a cup of tea. Okay, so it wouldn't be a roach video without a bit of cooking, so here we go with the full English. I've got eggs, bacon, sausage, got some beans this time, had a few chestnut mushrooms in the fridge, so I grabbed those before I left. Some nice fresh crusty bread. That's going to be breakfast for roach in the woods. Cup of tea, of course. So mushrooms straight in the frying pan with the oil left over from last night's sausages. Baked beans we're just going to bosh into a little saucepan. Just me today, haven't got to feed Lone Wolf, and they're going straight on the heat. Couple of sausages left over from last night, they're going inside of the pan. Rude not to have at least a couple of eggs, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, breakfast will be served. got to be a bit sensible with pork, especially in the field. So just zip them down the middle, flash fry the centres just to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. A bit of bread and butter, and mate, that is full English in the field. This is where the old flask comes in handy. Water's not quite boiling yet. Can't have a bit of breakfast without a cup of tea, can we? Really pleased that there's no one else here, and got the kind of place to myself, which is, I think, what we all love. You know, unless you're going away with a couple of like-minded souls. You know, I tend to spend a lot of time out with Lone Wolf and his great company, but there's nothing like having a place to yourself. You know, I was hoping that there'd be a really sharp frost this morning, but it's been really mild. You know, I spoke to a friend, and she said the house was 10 degrees, which I guess is pretty cold for the house. But out here, I think it's pretty much the same. But this is my full English in the field, people, and I don't know why, but it seems to taste a bit better, you know. Bear in mind you can cook this any time you like. Oh, egg, bacon, sausage, beans, mushrooms. Don't get any better than that. After I do a bit of cooking, I always forget to share it with you. I'm really sorry. I think I'm just conscious on not letting it get cold. Talking about not letting it get cold, I'm going to eat my breakfast. See you in a minute.